have a whole panic attack. The objective, Ma, in the next hour, I need to know that my kids are with her. If not, I'm gonna get on a flight and go get my kids. Have you talked to them? I have spoken with them, yes. They're okay. They're jammy, they're in the bed now.
Wait a damn minute.
Basically, I'm suing Deborah. So,
that's still a thing?
Bitch, get the fuck out of here!
No, or civil.
it is one criminal, one civil.
But civil, you know she doesn't have any money.
That's her problem.
I know that's right.
But how's she gonna pay you?
I don't care. It's none of
sending
my
a message.
business. I don't care if it's your husband. I don't care if it's your dog. I don't care if it's your cat. She'll figure it out, and that will be that.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I am back with another video. And today we're gonna be talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac and Mia. Do I feel like Mia is driving the story of the season? Yes. Do I just feel like Mia is a liar? Yes, Mia is a fucking liar. I don't give a fuck about none of that. And I don't want this video to come across as me bashing her, because I feel like she does have great qualities, but I feel like being that they made Mia the focal point of the season, Mia has been doing the same shit. Jacqueline has been doing the same shit since they came on back in season 6, right? So my whole thing is now she's the focal point of it. So we just see the bullshit. It's too much. 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 But y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flame. And if you wanna play with me, you can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
All right, so basically we start where we left off, where Mia's over here trying to figure out where her kids are at.
She's not answering. Not answering? I'm gonna have a whole panic attack. The objective, Ma, in the next hour, I need to know that my kids are with her.
If y'all ever had one of these little Welch's gummies, I feel like look, first of all, I could go through a whole box of these. Mia's basically trying to figure out where her kids at, because Gordon took her kids, and first of all, whoever was the babysitter, and when Gordon took the kids, girl, I might have to slap you. 2, Mia, you talk about, oh my God, you having a whole panic attack. Once Mia saw the cameras walking in, Jacqueline walk in, that's when she start crying and stuff, like, oh my God, having a panic attack. Oh my God.
I'm trying to stay calm, but oh my God.
And I'm just like, something in the buttermilk ain't clean. Because you're not about to sit up here and tell me that you don't know where your kids at and you're staying put. You're not on a motherfucking flight back to Maryland to find your kids. And then she was like, oh, well, once I found my kids, everything is fine. Something about Mia just don't make sense to me. I'm sorry. It just don't make sense at all. Mia seems like a motherfucking liar. And either Mia is the best actress in the world, or she can come up with, these elusive, Mia is like one of the people that is just like the series of unfortunate events. Something's gonna happen to her. Or she's just the world's worst mother. I don't want to say that, because I don't even know her mother's skills. Really don't. But for you to put your children in a situation where you're constantly using them as a prop for a show, personally, that's what it seems like. And that's crazy to me. Right.
His business, he lost his wife, he wants to control what he can still control, which are his children.
So the girls over here get up and get ready. They're going out to, Panama, look at all the shops and stuff. So we see all the girls that go out, everything having a good time. Wendy's like, yeah, this is Panama. It's great. It's amazing. Let's walk around. Let's see this town. Let's go to the shops. They go to a hat shop. It just seems like a lot of hats. So maybe Panama's known for their hats. I don't know, but maybe so. So, they go see hats, this and the third. Cool.
For breakfast this morning, I was finding my kids. Oh, Jacqueline told me in the car. Gordon just dropped them off. He came to Jacqueline's house to pick up my kids.
Conversation gets brought up about, Ashley says to Mia, she said, you know what, I just want to be honest with you. Some stuff that you said, a couple weeks ago with Giselle, it doesn't sit right with me. And for me to want to be your friend, I just feel like you doubling down on it from last night. I personally just didn't like that. And Mia was like, okay, well, right now it's not really the time. I'm going through so much right now. And she's trying to use that as a shield to not be accountable for the shit that she has done. And I'm happy that Ashley said, look, well, how do you expect me to show up for you as a friend? She was like, well, then don't.
I don't know how to show up for you then. I really don't. Then don't. Well, then, say less.
And as Ashley did, she walked out of that fucking store. Because, bitch, I'm over here trying to be cool with you, and I'm trying to show up and try to figure out where mentally you are at, and why are you over here calling Giselle's daughter whores? And if Giselle ain't gonna get you together, maybe Ashley could. I don't fucking know. But I just think, one, for the showrunners and producers, for y'all to cut this shit out, because some of this doesn't make sense. The fact that we know now that Mia called Giselle's daughters whores, now some of the vitriol and the energy towards Mia makes sense. But if you don't know, because you're just like, okay, well, if I didn't know that, I wasn't privy of that information, I would look like, okay, Giselle, she just said that your daughter brought guys home, you know, whatever, is, you know, she's alluding. We didn't know that she actually called your daughter whores. And you sat there and you're still sitting in her face eating motherfucking, you know, crumpets and over here sandwiches and soups and drinking and toasting this bitch. Are you fucking crazy? Girl, I be damn, right? But regardless, Ashley walks out, she's just like, girl, I can't show up for her. And if anything, you so concerned about your kids, why don't you go home to them? Yeah, because you're not. You're pump faking. But you know, they all go to a rum tasting. I would love to go to a rum tasting. I've been to a whiskey tasting, moonshine tasting, wine tasting, and I've been to a vodka tasting in Richmond. That was great. I think I went to a bourbon tasting and when I went on a work trip to Houston. I went on a bourbon trip. A bourbon tasting. That was good. They start mocking each other and mimicking each other. Everything was cute.
Okay, so back in the day, there was this idea that you and Mia had shared. Oh yeah, ink. No. What?
Jacqueline tells Karen. She's like, Karen, you can drink with us. You're not driving. Karen said, bitch. I'm like, Karen, I mean, she kind of got you because we saw the videos, Karen. And I don't want to keep using that as a thing, but Robin and Giselle went on their podcast.
Went from a crash site to a police car to a police station. Yes. The movie's entitled Fix Your Wig. Like, it's very, very sad. It's just sad, right?
I mean, it's very sad. I hate to say it though. I don't think those that are familiar with that person were shocked.
And they low-key lit Karen's ass up because everybody's like, oh, Robin should come back after that. No, Robin should not come back. And I follow Robin on social media. I like Robin. I think Robin is a normal, regular, degular, round-the-way type of chick. But should she come back to the show? No. I think her space, she's done what she needed to do for 8 seasons, and now it's time for her to move on. Shout out to her. Come back as, you know, a guest every now and then, start the mess and dip. Cool. But I don't got time. Sorry, Robin. Now, does Candace need to come back? If Candace would come back, Candace know how to wrap the girls up. Ashley and Candace, they could be a good duo. But Ashley, you fuck it up every time by throwing Candace under the bus every time. But after they did a little, you know, all that, Wendy let them know, like, you know, we're going to get dressed here at the store. We're going to get dressed here. We're going to change and we're going to go out to dinner here. It's going to be so cute, so fab. I love it. Everything, right? So we see the girls come out. You know, Wendy took them shopping before the show. So, you know, before the trip. So, you know, the girls, she got some clothes. You know, everybody looks pretty cute. On the way to the restaurant, Mia's on the phone with Ink. Ink's in Atlanta. Her kids are in North Carolina. She's on the phone. She's like,
I'm about to, you know, what's up, baby? You know, I want to see you, baby. Yeah, you know, you want to see this good old Panama P? I might have to sit it on you.
just like, instead of you worried about over here throwing that P on that D, worry about your kids. That's why I'm just like with Mia. I'm just like, I don't feel no sympathy for Mia, but also I don't feel no sympathy for Gordon either. They're talking about, oh, Gordon got a mental. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because y'all chose to be on TV. Y'all chose to put your life out there. Y'all chose to do all these things. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So when they go out to the restaurant and they're over here sitting and, you know, talking and everything, Stacy was like, oh, Kiana, I heard that, you know, your suing Deborah. Everybody was like, what? What?
Basically, I'm suing Deborah. So,
That's still a thing?
Yeah, so it's a thing for me. It's gonna always be a thing for me. So,
And I'm just looking at Ashley didn't say anything. So, you know, Ashley, usually, I ain't gonna hold you. When it comes to Ashley, 9 times out of 10, 2 of them times I'm agree with her. 8 of those times I'm definitely gonna be against Ashley. But, you know, Ashley has been cool. I ain't gonna hold you. But Giselle's like, oh, wow, you know, I thought it was over and done. Bitch, I have a scar on my forehead. I don't give a fuck. She's like, I'm suing her. And she's like, well, you're not gonna get no money. I don't give a fuck. That's her problem. She gonna have to figure that out. That's got nothing to do with me. Like, when I over here press charges on a dude, he paid his restitution. I don't give a fuck how you gonna get that money to me, but you will get that money to me because it's court ordered. I don't give a fuck about none of that, because at the end of the day, you decided to over here want to hit me with a glass. Bitch, no. And I'm over here trying to diffuse the situation. You bust me outside my head with a glass, and I over here had to mop you outside the floor I had to swing around the room like a rag doll, bitch. Are you crazy or dumb? No, I don't got time for none of that. So I'm 100% with Kiana.
that I live with in some form for the rest of my life. I don't care how amazing it looks, it exists. And for that reason, I'm just happy to see it through and hopefully get some justice at the end of it.
And I feel like Kiana should have used this as a storyline throughout the whole show. I would have used this as a girl pain, suffering, going to court, talking to the lawyer, over here throwing darts at her face. I don't know. But I'm just like, for them just like, oh, I thought this was over and done with. My whole thing is this. For me, something I'm working on in therapy, but I'm very much an eye for an eye type of person. I will try to get my lip back as much as I can. For Kiana, she has to live with this scar for the rest of her life. They probably promoted her on the show to, you know, at least try to make sure that she wasn't going to sue them. You know, her get some monetary gain out of it some way. I feel for Kiana. I just feel like I said, they promoted her last minute, so there's a reason why they promoted her that we just haven't seen as of yet. There's 3 more episodes left, so it does seem kind of strange that, you know, Kiana got promo or a flute over, you know, someone like Jazzy, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, they had to do it around this time because the cast trip was coming up and Jazzy's nowhere to be found. And so that's just what it was. The conversation gears towards Mia. And Giselle just tells Mia, like, you know, I heard from Ashley that, you know, Ashley and Karen, that you doubled down on what you said about my daughter.
From off camera, but I did apologize to you. It's like, if you really meant an apology, you would have done it at the table.
And Mia was like, this.
So much stuff going on right now. I just don't have the time for this conversation. It's just too much right now. And I'm just trying to be a good mother for my kids. And my kids were lost today. I didn't know where my kids were. So I'm just trying to figure out why Gordon would do that to me.
Yeah, I knew. So it took everything in me not to go to the airport and take my ass. Yeah.
And the conversation gets switched over like, oh, you know, Gordon does not need to have access to your kids. You need to, low-key, I don't give a fuck about none of that. At the end of the day, Mia, you're deflecting. Let's get back to the fact that you called Giselle's daughter whores. Let's talk about that. Right. Let's talk about that. You called this grown woman's daughters that you barely fucking know, that you heard a story, you got mad because they asked you a question. If Gordon was treating you so fucking horrible, taking you through the mud, knocking you out, doing all this stuff to you, then why would you want to, celebrate him for Father's Day with Ink, and then over here making it more confusing to make it seem like Ink might be your kid's daddy? It's too much stuff going on to me. I'm sorry. It's too much. And then on top of that, segue backwards, why is your oldest son living in Atlanta? And living with who? Is it living with the dad? Why don't you have full custody? There's so many stuff going on with Mia. I just don't know. Bigfoot Mia, there's so much stuff going on. Like, really, honestly.
Social media and my life is really kind of wild and crazy, but I am at least being authentic and telling my story. And
so, when you think about all the stuff with Mia, I just don't feel upset with Mia, and I can't empathize with Mia and Gordon's story because I feel like they're putting on is so produced. It's so it's everything that happens is so big. Like your kids, oh my God, my kids are gone. Like, girl, Amber Alert, something. Like, I don't know. Well, I just feel like she creates these scenarios and these scenes, and it seems so produced for the show. Because how the fuck are you over here sitting over here in distillery, cool, sipping tequila? Girl, you crazy? My kid, I didn't know where my kids were. I would have been on a flight back to Maryland quick. I'm like, girl, fuck the show. I didn't get my kids. But now. And you see Jacqueline's like,
Mia has went through so much today. Mia really, she is going through so much. And the fact that we are coming down on her.
Jacqueline, shut the fuck up.
The temperature has really been high when it comes to Mia because
Mia has done a lot with me.
She's been the center of the.
honestly, nobody gives a fuck about what you're talking about. You always want to defend Mia, and then she be the first one to throw your stupid ditzy ass under the bus. Girl, ain't nobody got time for none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that, because you defend her and she's not even that loyal to you. And then y'all talk about y'all over here like, oh yeah, I might have did this with Ink, I might have did that. I don't want to hear about it. I don't care. We know that y'all ate each other's box. We know y'all slept with each other's men. We know we get it. We get it. I just feel like Mia does stuff for the show, and I personally feel like it is time for Mia to exit stage left. I just don't think they're going to. I just feel like she always say, I'm the most authentic. I put my life out there for everyone to see. But it's not authentic because you make it up. Like, what the fuck? But that was basically the end of the episode. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Should be Beverly Hills and or New York. We'll see. But like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys later.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a guy stop a y'all and break your ear here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around, cause I excite ya. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This American all I really ask you for.